Hi, I'm Mark Gaylor and I'm a Sony Imaging Ambassador, and I'd like to talk to you about my preferred workflows of using wrist straps rather than shoulder straps or neck straps. Now, I've been using these wrist straps for a very long time. This particular wrist strap you see in this illustration attached to my Alpha 100 DSLR is perhaps 30 years old. Over the years I thought I better go just buy a backup strap or one for my second camera, and then realized there were none around. I couldn't simply buy a wrist strap because they'd gone completely out of fashion. So I've been using this particular Jessup strap. Even now on last year I had it attached to a Bluetooth grip which I was putting in this Wotancraft sling or waist pack that you can see here. This made it really quick to grab out and shoot some scenes in the USA when I was on a motorcycle trip with a friend. Now that wrist strap always provides that extra level of security that if I get knocked or bumped, the whole kit isn't going to end up on the ground in one splintery mess. So one of the straps that I'm not fond of using are these wrist straps that are still available. And they go around the back of your wrist. Now on that example on the left where we're just supporting extra weight of a camera kit and we're not actually using our fingers to access any buttons, I think this is okay. But if we're using it to shoot as in the illustration on the right where the index finger will hook back over and touch custom keys on the top of the camera, then this type of strap I think just gets in the way. Now in this illustration you can see my preferred workflow for attaching the wrist strap to the base of the camera. Now in this particular illustration there's a Peak Design, what they call cuff strap, attached to a Peak Design plate on the base of the camera. This is an older style Peak Design plate and I can actually modify that attachment to be a D-ring attachment, so I don't need a hexagonal key to tighten and untighten that. I can simply remove the plate as well if needs be. Now I have to say that I have since modified my choice of wrist strap again, and I'm now using wrist straps made by Wotancraft. I'm also using their Pilot messenger bags as my preferred carrying system. Now I've updated these not because necessarily they're better functionally. I think it's just that they're better quality in that it's premium quality leather product. Now one of the reasons that I do prefer using these wrist straps, as you can see from that illustration on the right side here, is the way I approach people. Now I do a lot of portrait photography and I don't like for people to see the camera coming. At particular sporting events or parades or demonstrations, I don't like to be seen as the walking camera. I like basically to make eye contact with the people first and then move in. Now if you don't want the Peak Design attachment points to these premium quality Wotancraft straps, they do make the more traditional ring attachments which you can attach to any of the top of the cameras there. So I just thought I'd point that out, is Wotancraft are giving you a choice of attachment points there. As I said, my preferred attachment is that Peak Design Arca Swiss plate. Now they have a number of different plates. I showed you an older style plate, but we also have the newer slimmer line plates that attach, and of course they are compatible with the Arca Swiss ball heads that you see on most tripods these days. But what you can also see is a dual plate attachment there for people working with Manfrotto tripods. So the camera is ready to go straight from your wrist onto a tripod in just a few moments. And obviously if we're going along that Peak Design clip approach, then you've also got the ability to put the plate onto a clip that's mounted onto a camera bag or a strap or on your waist belt to park the camera when you want to basically disengage from that wrist strap carrying approach. Now, one of the other approaches to mount or attach these wrist straps is not via a Peak Design plate. You could also use one of the much smaller and lighter Peak Design anchor mounts, and of course there is two mounting points there. So if you were using one of Wotancraft straps with two Peak Design attachment points, you could actually still use the base of the camera rather than the top camera lugs there. And of course there are a variety of different ways that I thought I should point out here. You could actually get these rings from eBay or Amazon for very a little amount of money. I think these four cost me 10 US dollars there, and of course then we can attach the Peak Design clips straight to this ring here. Okay, so as I said, one of the reasons that I do like these wrist straps is the way that I approach people. If you can look at all of these people in these example portraits, they're all very open and relaxed and ready to be photographed by me, and that's because I approach them, as I said, with the camera down by my side on my wrist strap. So what they first see of me is my smiling face and wanting to say hello, and then the taking of the camera, the taking of the photo or the portrait photo comes as a secondary step in that process. And you can see it's part of my secret to successful portrait shooting, and I shoot many thousands of portraits in this manner every year, and certainly the wrist straps help me in this approach. And so I can get really relaxed open faces, such as my recent trip to India. You can see it's not about they're not looking at the camera, they're looking at me, because I've engaged with the person first and foremost, and then simply raise the camera to my eye to capture this particular portrait setting. So you can see this is a flavour of all of my portraits on location, where I'm interacting with strangers, but I'm keeping a very relaxed manner about the people that I'm photographing. Now I'll also happily change prime lenses or zoom lenses when using a wrist strap. You can see there I've got my Peak Design 7L messenger bag over my shoulder there with a Peak Design clip attached to the strap there, so I can very quickly mount that camera on the clip if I need to go hands-free. I'll just show you the first few seconds of this video, which I prepared for my patrons, just to show them how I can change lenses in under 25 seconds. And you can see that camera wrist strap is always giving me the security, so that if I ever get bumped in a crowd, I'm not going to drop the whole rig onto the ground. Okay, so I won't show you the entire video, but I am very happy and comfortable to change lenses when using wrist straps. Thought I'd just give you a few moments to appreciate the quality of my latest choice of wrist strap, which are these Wotancraft wrist straps. You can see the beautiful quality here, and I'll probably go even closer so you can see some of the premium features that you're buying into. I think they're only a little bit more money than the Peak Design offerings, but I think they give you that premium quality. So if you're carrying a premium quality watch strap, for instance, and you're wanting a nice premium quality leather strap for your camera, then I would definitely recommend these. They're vegetable tanned leather, hand stitched linen thread, double needle saddle stitch with copper split rings, and they will support a 5 kilogram weight, which is way more than I'm ever carrying on a wrist strap. I will move to shoulder straps when I'm using my long telephoto, but those shoulder straps are attached to the lens and not the camera. So generally the wrist strap just stays attached to the camera for when I move back down to a smaller prime or zoom lens. And here are some close-ups of that beautiful leather and stitching here. It is certainly a premium quality. It would be nice if you could go and pick these up and handle them, but I'm hoping these photographs will show you the quality that you're buying into with these Wotancraft straps. And as I said, Wotancraft do also make the neck or shoulder straps as well. They come in two lengths because they're non-adjustable, but you can see that they come in a variety of colors and styles, and you should be able to find one that fits the way you want to work. If you're a Sony Alpha photographer looking for additional support, then head over to my Sony Alpha support channel, which is patreon.com/Mark Gaylor. I have loads of downloadable resources and videos you can watch on this support channel, which will be of interest to all Sony Alpha photographers. There's Q&A forums, there's over 25 hours of that seminar content, there's downloadable ebooks, there's camset files, and these camset files, if you copy one to your memory card, you can set up your late model Alpha camera as per one of these 500 or 600 page ebooks. A monthly subscription subscription is just $10 and there's no ongoing contracts or commitments. You can basically download your favorite ebook and then unsubscribe at any time. So I'm Mark Gaylor, Sony Alpha Ambassador, and I'll catch you online next time.